What's going on, guys? Atsu here, and it is finally time for the Neuvillette debut. I've waited for this character for such a long time. And as you can see, magnificent, glorious, divine, absolutely graceful. He is the epitome of gorgeous. I absolutely love his playstyle as well. And let's get straight into it. So exactly what does this guy do? Well, pay attention to his hand, and around his hand you'll see a ring start forming. Now when this ring completes, he's gonna blast a hydro pump, a Blastoise Kamehameha of water at the enemy, and then there'll also be another ring which forms around his arm, which indicates how many seconds you have remaining of this wonderful form where he just floats around and blasts his Kamehameha, as you can see. Now while this is happening, his HP is also going to deplete every couple of, I believe it's 0.6 seconds, maybe it's just every 1 second. I don't know, you don't come to me for the correct numbers, you come to me for the simpery, okay? From one simp to another, I will give you the most simptastic review of Neuvillette. Before we do that, first of all, these are my stats. All of the numbers here magically end in 0 for some reason. We have his signature weapon at refinement rank 1. His artifacts are going to be the Heart of Depth. This is not his best in slot. The new M Hunter set, I don't know how to say the M word, but that is his best artifact set if you have good gear pieces for it. But you want to go with hydro damage bonus, crit rate circlet, and also a HP timepiece. These are the main stats you're looking for. The constellation I have on Neuvillette is going to be Constellation 0, and then the talents, I've got them triple crowned because nothing less for my Hydro King. So without further ado, let us begin. We have the Primo Geovishat. We'll drop this, and then we'll drop this. I guess we can drop the official E. Let's drop the E, and then let's drop the ult as well. The ult hits for 14,000 damage, not a lot, but as you can see, the charge attack here is hitting for 31,000 damage. Very nice. Now, very importantly there, because I do want to show you guys Constellation 1 later on, as you saw there, he got knocked out of his charge attack. Neuvillette is not immune to knockbacks. When he is in his charge attack form like this, he's floating around. So that is something, you know, you might want to end up like me, if you're bad at the game, using a Zhongli, you know? But not everyone wants to use Zhongli, and that's okay. That is okay. So as we saw there, the damage there was looking like around 31,000. It was fluctuating between 25,000 to 31,000 every single time it hit the enemy there. We are going to wait for this guy to respawn, and while we're doing that, let's head on over to Masanori. Here we go. We'll drop this. We'll drop this. And we'll drop this. So the reason you E first is so you can instantly do your charge attack. And then once your charge attack ends, you can ult. And then, 53,000 damage, not bad. Then you can instantly charge attack again. And then you want to be near these orbs. They will heal you and you will instantly charge attack again. However, if you do get knocked out of your charge attack, it is quite cringe because it will reset how long it takes to charge up the slow way. So, normally, if you charge like this, it's going to take a very long time. This is once again C0 with the signature weapon, but as you can see, it does take a long time. However, if you land his E, actually let me show you, if you don't land his E, or elemental skill doesn't hit the enemy, you don't get any orbs, so you're wasting it. So make sure when you use your elemental skill, you are actually landing it on the enemy. We'll land the elemental skill will hit the enemy twice. And then if you are near those orbs, if you consume those, they will heal you and they will allow you to instantly charge up your charge attack as well, which is very nice. And then once again with the ult as well, the ult is probably going to kill him. The ult there doing some damage. And then once again, there's a bunch of orbs on the ground. I dodge and then I can consume those orbs once again to attack. I'm not critting at all. Let's finish off with one of the really small charge attack to finish off there. So, what is his rotation? Basically, E, charge attack. Hope you have more water orbs from your ult, or you just switch off him and go to someone else until his E comes back up. Because without his E, charging it up normally is kind of cringe depending on the enemies you're facing. If you're not facing an agile enemy and you're not facing someone that's going to try and kill you all the time, then, you know, you could just move away, right? You can just move away and it's going to be very easy because his range is quite big. You can see how big his range is with the circle on the ground that hovers along with him. But if an enemy is able to close in on you, then you are going to have to dodge, you are going to have to jump out, and it will instantly cancel your charge attack, which is not ideal, because if you get knocked back, your charge attack is over, which is where Constellation 1 comes in. When Neuvillette takes the field, he will obtain 1 stack of past Draconic Glories from the passive talent Heir to the Ancient Seas Authority. I'll talk about that later on. You don't really need to know about that too much just yet. It's just the way that his damage fluctuates. And then additionally, his interruption resistance will be increased while using the charge attack. So Masanori has multiple different attacks. I'm hoping we'll be able to see a heavy attack. Will it knock me out? Okay, that didn't knock me out. That also, whoa. Okay, I'm not being knocked out by this. So this seems to be a very heavy resistance to interruption. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the Primo Geovishat because I didn't expect his resistance to interruption to be that good. Because if this interrupt resistance is a level 2 interrupt resistance, that's actually kind of insane. Okay, so that doesn't knock me out either. Okay. Okay, I didn't get knocked out by that. We are about to discover whether or not Constellation 1 interrupt resistance is actually kind of crazy. Because I originally thought that it was going to be like the Xingqiu elemental skill interrupt resistance, which is like level 1 interrupt resistance, and you can still be knocked out by very heavy attacks from like big monsters or very heavy hits. But if it's more than that, Constellation 1 is actually insane because it means you don't have to dodge, you can just heal. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to do one of the bigger attacks here. All right, here we go. Oh my god, he's not getting knocked down. Wait. No, no, no. I need him to do the blast into the ground. Blast the ground! No! You must blast the ground! Okay, here we go. Oh my god! Oh my god, it actually didn't knock me out of the air! C1 Neuvillette is kind of crazy. Does not need a shield character, does not need any form of external interrupt resistance. Without the C1, I probably would have recommended someone like Dia to give you interrupt resistance and damage reduction, and then his own internal healing would have been enough. So let me show you his own internal healing. As you can see, he's going to cut his own HP a lot. Boom, 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 boom. So he cut his own HP 5 times there, and it's still above 50%. As long as his HP is above 50%, Neuvillette will consistently cut his own HP. And if you hit an enemy with your elemental skill or your ult, a bunch of water droplets or orbs will form. And then with those orbs, if you're standing near them and you start doing your charge attack, he will instantly absorb them and they will instantly heal him for a significant amount of HP. Pretty much straight up back to full. And it will also allow you to charge attack instantly. Now the thing is, if you just want to heal him, you can do the charge attack animation, instantly cancel out of that. And if you do that, you're going to have him back at full HP. I will show you guys right here. Boom. So just like that, if you instantly cancel like that by dodging or jumping, you can get him back to full HP. And yeah, it just is like that. He is really, really, really fun. He's really, really, really good. And the other things I'm forgetting to tell you guys about here are his other talents. So, Gather Like the Tide. Increases underwater sprint speed for your own party members by 15%. Wow. He's going to swim like a magnificent ocean beast. And then we have Discipline of the Supreme Arbitration. So this is the one I was mentioning about earlier. For each 1% of Neuvillette's current HP greater than 30% of max HP, he will gain 0.6% hydro damage bonus. A maximum bonus of 30% can be obtained this way. The way the maths works, very simply, is every 10% of Neuvillette's HP that is above 30% will give him 6% hydro damage bonus. So at 40% HP, Neuvillette will have 6% hydro damage bonus additional. At 50%, it will be 12. At 60% HP, he will have 18. At 70%, he will have 24. And at 80%, which is the highest you can get for this bonus, it will be 30% damage bonus. So between 80 to 100% basically makes no difference. You will have the maximum 30% hydro damage bonus. After it goes down from 80 to 30, that's when you're starting to lose out on your damage as well. So you do want to keep him topped up, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. 0.6% per percent is not a crazy amount. unless you suddenly drop down to 20%, then you're going to lose a decent chunk of your damage. Heir to the Ancient Seas Authority. So this is the one that is affected by his Constellation 1. When a party member triggers a Vaporize, Frozen, Electrocharge, Bloom, Hydro Swell, or Hydro Crystallize, in other words, any Hydro reaction, 1 stack of past Draconic Glories will be granted to Neuvillette for 30 seconds. You can have a maximum of 3 stacks, and past Draconic Glories causes his charge attack, his Kamehameha, to deal extra damage. So it will go from 100% to 110% for the first stack, or then from 110% to 125% if you have 2 stacks, and then if you have 3 stacks, it will go all the way up to 160% of its original damage. So that is a lot of extra damage, and the stacks of past Draconic Glories created by each kind of elemental reaction exist independently. So you can get 3 stacks very, very, very easily, especially if you run Hyper Bloom. It will be very, very easy to get those stacks very, very, very quickly. Now, let us go back to the Primo Geovishap. Another team that I would play with him if you don't have him at Constellation 1, because as you can tell, without Constellation 1, you are going to be knocked back a lot, is of course, you know, my old man team. You know, I like the DILFs, or I guess these guys will be the GILFs, the Puppy Chulitos, and it's like just a cheese double Geo team, you know, triple Geo team. You know, you can put in like an Ito here as well if you have, like, for example, I would play something as stupid as it is. I'm not about the meta. I'm about playing with the characters I enjoy. So if you have a C6 Goro, you know C6 Goro heals a little bit, but with the characters that you have on Geo, they all have very, very high defense, so they don't take that much damage. Neuvillette will be able to heal himself, and as you can see, Goro is dying right now. This is not the thing that I wanted to show you guys, but a very easy way to get reactions is simply like this. Okay, right, let's do this. Let's put this down. Yeah, so if you just have Albedo's Crystallize always proccing for you, it's going to be quite easy and simple as well. As you can see, my charge attack damage is still doing a decent amount there. Double Geo Resonance, very nice as always. But yeah, you're always going to have a shield on you with Albedo, so Albedo is not a bad person to pair Neuvillette up with. Another good character is, of course, Raiden, because all of these characters are like autopilot. Fischl's another one. You put your E down, you just leave them there, and you have an easy reaction. The other thing is, of course, Albedo does help you provide a shield. You don't need Ito, you don't need Goro. It's mostly just Albedo. You can do it with Zhongli as well, if Zhongli is able to position his pillar nicely. But the main point is, maybe if you don't go for Constellation 1, you do want a shield character. Because without a shield character, you're just going to get boop, 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 knocked around all over the place. And that's not very, very fun. It's the same kind of problem you have with all ranged characters. It's like when you're focusing, you're charging, you're shot up, and you get hit, and then you get cancelled. It's just very cringe and very not fun. But with C1, that changes everything. My recommended team is going to be Hyper Bloom, probably the easiest one to build. Most people have Fischl. If you pull for Neuvillette, there's a pretty good chance you're going to have Fischl. I mean, like, surely you're going to pull Fischl. So, and yeah, another character that I would recommend is Dia. I know Dia is memed on a lot, but Dia gives you some insane damage reduction, which is really, really cool. Very easy to use. Just press your E twice, switch to your Neuvillette, drop his E, charge attack, just stand there, boom, 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 boom. Very, very, very satisfying. Other characters, I guess, Dendro healers, Electro healers, anyone else that you might want to bring. If you're not very confident on your Neuvillette surviving, then yeah, you want to bring another healer, because you are going to be hovering around that 50 to 60, 70% HP mark a lot. He's not the tankiest character in the world. He has a lot of HP, but if he's cutting it himself, and he's cutting it all the way down to 50%, that's not great. And a quick reminder, he will not cut his own HP below 50%. It will stop at 50%. As a fail safe. Last but not least, the team that I will most likely run him with, because as the F2P player I am, guys, I'm not gonna have C1 Neuvillette. I am 100% gonna stick with Zhongli, the most brain-dead shield character in the game. Okay, don't judge me. I know what you're all thinking, but don't judge me. And the other Dendro character I could go with, oh my god, you know what? I could play with 3 of my my favorite husbandos. Like, this is not the most efficient team in the world, guys, but it's literally the 3 giga husbandos of Genshin Impact. You know what? That is my new team going forward. That is, I've never had like a main team other than just Zhongli. But now, I have a main team. When Neuvillette's E and Q are down, it doesn't matter anymore because I have Al-Haytham. And Raiden, Shogun, and Zhongli, both of their abilities last for freaking eternity. God bless them. That's gonna be great. We've got the Al-Haytham with the Dendro damage. Ah, so satisfying. Ah, so satisfying. Boom. Boom. And then boom. And then boom. I'm not critting at all, but that's okay. Now we're getting some crits in. 39,000. 40,000. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. 40,000 charge shots. And then instantly heal by consuming those bubbles and dodging. That is my new go-to team, guys. We have 2 hyper carries and 2 support. Well, actually, technically, my Raiden is also a hyper carry, but yes. This is my new go-to team. I absolutely adore Neuvillette. What a fantastic character. Very, very, very fun to play with. If you like Unga Bunga, I highly, highly recommend him. As for constellations, C1 is more than enough, guys. You don't have to spend a fortune on this game. You don't even need C1. If you have Zhongli, if you have any other shield characters that you can rely on, you don't need C1. But as you saw there, the C1 does give you an insane amount of interrupt resistance, which is huge. Let's have a quick look at the constellations. Blah, 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 blah will be enhanced. Each stack of pass will increase the crit damage or charge attacks by 14%. What the? Oh my god. C2 gives you up to 42% crit damage. Oh my god. What am I looking at, guys? No, no, no. C3 is also... Oh, increases normal attack. So that's charge attack damage increase. Okay, so all of these, I believe, are going to give a gradual increase in damage. When Neuvillette is on the field and is healed, 1 source water droplet will be generated. This effect can occur... Oh, so this is basically just going to give you an additional droplet for free. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think this one is that insane. This only occurs every 4 seconds. So when he absorbs those for himself and heals... Actually, I guess that is kind of crazy because with his E and his Q... Oh, this is basically a reset, guys. Because his E and his Q give him enough to do 3 charge attacks, I believe, very quickly. Or with this, you will be able to do 3 charge attacks very, very quickly for sure. If not 4. Ooh, that's interesting. That's actually pretty good. That's kind of like a pseudo reset. And then we have Constellation 6. When using charge attack Equitable Judgment, Neuvillette can absorb nearby source water droplets in an AoE. Each absorbed droplet will increase the duration of the charge attack by 1 second. Judgment hits when Equitable Judgment hits opponent, it will fire off 2 additional currents every 2 seconds, each of which will deal 10% of Neuvillette's max HP as Hydro. Oh! Damage dealt this way will count. Oh! Wait a moment! Alright, you know what? Let's just full send C6. Right, we're gonna full send C6. Because if my understanding is correct, guys, this basically means he will be able to, like, ult forever. Or not ult, he'll be able to blast his Kamehameha for a very, 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 beg your pardon, very, 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 very long time. Alright! C6. C6 showcase. We had 40,000 damage before. Can we go any higher? Can we get much higher? So high. Okay, boom. Boom. Alright, we're gonna drop this. Gonna drop this. And 48,000. 53k. Oh my goodness. 40. Oh my god. Oh my. Wait, he's still ulting. I mean, he's still charge attacking. Oh my god. He actually does it forever at C6. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna have to C6 now. I'm gonna have to C6. Oh, I need to C6 him. Anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. Neuvillette may be one of my new favorite characters of all time. He's definitely in the top 3. Ah. Hoyoverse, you got me, okay? You got me. I see you, Hoyoverse. I see what you do. You make a beautiful, graceful man that freaking blasts a Hydro Kamehameha. And his constellations, especially C1, is very nice. And then it just gets gradually better and better and better and better and better. I see you, Hoyoverse. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. But yes, his C6 is very good. increases damage significantly, and it allows him to do his Hydro Cannon for a very long time. Primo Geovishap died while I was still in Hydro Cannon form, so it's pretty good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.